What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Yankees Den podcast. I'm your host, Lorenzo Scarabino, and it is just me for this video tonight after the Yankees lose game 2 of 4 to the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 6-4. Now, thankfully, they won yesterday, so the series is tied 1-1, and the Yankees still have a chance to even the series, leaving here with a 2-2 split or winning the series. Hopefully they could pull it off and win it, but they need some big outings from their starters, and tonight they did not get one. Thankfully, last night, Cam Schlittler gives you 8 clean innings of one-run ball, and you only used Bednar, and he had a quick ninth, so you didn't waste much of your pen, and Bednar really wasn't fatigued from that. But Will Warren is a problem, and he only gives you 4 innings tonight of 6-run ball, and he gives up 3 home runs. Now, you're lucky that Cam Schlitter went 8 innings yesterday, so the bullpen wasn't taxed. And the bullpen was great tonight. I mean, Hill, Blackburn, Hedrick, they didn't score any more runs. The only runs that were scored were the 6 earned runs against Will Warren. Now, do you guys think Will Warren is a problem going forward? And me personally, and I've said this, I do. I don't believe in him to pitch in the big games and the bright light and the big moments in October. I wouldn't want him in a World Series game, whether he's starting or in the bullpen, and it would not be starting. But he was good at the beginning of the year, then he started getting inconsistent. Now he's like back to where he was last year. Last year he was inconsistent. It would be good start, bad start, a good stretch, then a couple bad stretches. And that's how it's been. His last start was pretty decent. Now this start he goes back down. He's got to be a staple for us, especially when we're in a rough patch like this. And given that not every starter in your rotation is going to be sub 4 ERA, have a 3 ERA or sub 3.5 ERA, especially your 4 and 5s, you just want them to be a little bit below 4 or at 4. I mean, I don't like when the starters are at 4. To me, that's bad. I like a 3.5 or below. But you're the New York Yankees. You should want your starters to all have 3.5s and below. I mean, this rotation is still good. It's had its struggles, but it's still good. But Will Warren, I don't think, should be here after the deadline. I think you have to move on from Will Warren. He's got years. He was good. He made good progress this year. More steps. He looks sharper than last year. So I think you would be able to move him and get a return if you package him with a couple more people. Maybe he could be the headline with a couple more people for a Skubal or Joe Ryan. But I even saw today that Michael Walker might even be available. He's not bad. He's pretty consistent and he's always pretty good. So that's a name to watch out for. Also, Luis Arraez might be on the table. The Yankees might hit them up and see what they could get for Arraez. I would love that. Or Casey Schmidt of the Giants as well, if they're going to have a fire sale. But Will Warren did not look good. He was getting torched. Like I said, he got torched for 3 home runs. And all 6 runs were him. And they were all earned. So it's not like the defense played bad and you could make an excuse on the defense. It was all Will Warren. And if Will Warren, obviously you say, well, if Will Warren didn't give up 6 runs, then we win the game. Yes, right? If Will Warren pitched a little bit, just a little bit better, we win that game. Now, also, it's not fully on him. And the reason why it's not fully on him is because the offense still had chances and opportunities. Cody Bellinger with the guy on first, no outs, gets a hit in the gap. Guy goes from first to third, and Cody Bellinger, I don't know what he was doing, and they backpick him at first base, and he gets tagged out. Now we have an out. Instead of first and third, no outs, now it's third base, 1 out. Also, you have Ali Sanchez, who goes 2 for 3 tonight, and he has an RBI. I would keep him there and let Wells rot on the bench. Lefty or righty, I don't care. He's doing way better than Wells. But now, your record is 50-41. You're only 9 games above 500. You were 16 a couple weeks ago. You need to start getting on the right track. And the split so far isn't bad. But you have to make sure you win these next few games, or the next game or the game after that. Just at least end here with a tie. Obviously, no one will be content with that because all Yankee fans want to win this series. But if that's the least you're going to do, then okay. If you're not going to lose a series, okay. Then that's fine. Then you still have a shot for the AL East. Then it's not so far out. But it all starts with the starting pitching. And I said yesterday on yesterday's live, I said, what will be the success for this Yankee team to break out of their rut? It will be the starting pitching. Cam Schlittler, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, Garrett Cole, whoever's in place to start for Rodon next time through the order. But the starting pitching is going to be the deciding factor, whether we get hot or we stay cold. Because the offense is too inconsistent right now with Judge, Stanton, and guys out. But moving on is we have the offense. Now, Paul Goldschmidt goes 0 for 4 tonight, and he is in a bad rut. Listen, he has been playing great. He's 38 years old, and he's playing like he's 25. He's been phenomenal, and cold stretches are going to happen. It happens to everyone. But I don't know why he was batting second. I would have still had him in the lineup, but I would bat him 5th or 6th. Not where you want guys to be on base and you want him to come up and he's 0 for his last 26 or 27, whatever. Maybe 28. I forgot the count. But he has struggled a lot. He's in between pitches. He's not getting on that fastball like he was. So move him down in the order a little bit. But the offense also struck out 17 times as a whole tonight. They struck out a lot last night against Griffin Jacks as well. They are too reliant on the home run. It's plain and simple. Every year, this team is too constructed and reliant on the long ball. They scored 3 runs of 4 runs tonight on the 3-run home run from Ben Rice, which is a home run. Last night, they scored all 5 runs on home runs, 2 from Caballero, 1 from Ben Rice. Now, Caballero goes 0 for 4 tonight with 4 strikeouts. Yes, I would still keep him at shortstop, but he didn't look good tonight and nobody picked up the slack. Jazz Chisholm's still stinking it up, doing nothing. What, did he get a hit tonight? Yeah, Jazz went 1 for 4 tonight. But he's not producing or driving in runs. He's not getting RBIs or stepping up. I mean, at some point, some other guys are going to have to step up and do something. And Rosario goes 0 for 2 tonight too. And then they put in McMahon. Then they pitch it Volpe for McMahon. We are lucky that Ben Rice is starting to come around again. He's starting to get hot. Home run his last 2 straight games. He went 3 for 4. He's looked better as of late because he was struggling. Bellinger's still, he's getting hits here and there, but it's sporadic. I would like to see it more often and him get back to playing baseball and having the right mind frame, not getting backpicked. He's in a little bit of a rut right now, so it happens. I know how he feels kind of because I play baseball. So when I get in a rut, you feel like crap a little bit and like it doesn't feel the same. When you're on a heater, you're on a heater and you feel good all the time. When you step up to the box and you're cold, you feel like uneasy about swing decisions, and playing the game, you feel a little bit more frantic. But Ben Rice is coming around. Other guys still need to step through. You can't just wait for Ben Rice to go yard and hit a home run, or Caballero have 2 surprise home runs in one game. Other guys have to do something, and you can't go down striking out 17 times and doing that back to back to back to back nights. That just can't happen. That's why you need guys like a Luis Arraez on this team. You need more guys that don't strike out as much. Because this wouldn't happen, and you score more runs with guys in scoring position. Because you know they're going to put the ball in play. Guy on third with one out. What's Jazz doing? He's swinging for the fences and striking out. At least with Arraez, you're confident that he's not going to strike out. He's at least going to put it in play. Give a chance, a little bit of, have more hope in him to get that run home and be more situational. And that's what you need. Now, Ben Rice is doing the home run derby. And I hope he has fun and he wins it. But please, please, please don't make it ruin his swing. Look what happened to Jazz last year. He did it, then he got cold again after it. Please don't make it ruin your swing. Just have fun. And, don't change your swing because of it. But going back a little bit to Goldschmidt is I just want to see him take a step back. Be a little more gentle. Take a deep breath because he's a big part of this team while guys are injured and while they're not injured, when they're back too. He's a big part for the bench. Now, last year, I mentioned in my previous videos and lives, Goldie was terrible the second half. We're approaching the All-Star break in second half. And Goldie was also had a little bit of bad games, a bad stretch going into the All-Star break last year. Are we going to see the same thing and he's going to regress in the second half? You hope that doesn't happen. You really hope not, because that would be a detriment to this team and offense, because he's been productive, and when he does good, and it's not just Ben Rice, but when he's doing good, Ben Rice is contributing, Cody Bellinger, this offense is in a good spot, even without Judge and Stanton. Excuse me. So just take a breather, get back to what you were doing. Don't necessarily change anything, but just take a breather. Maybe don't bat him second, Aaron Boone. Bat him fifth, bat him sixth, and take some pressure off of him. Now, going into the probables for tomorrow. Tomorrow is game 3 of 4. We are split, so we try and take the 2-1 tomorrow. And let's get into the probables. So tomorrow night, the game is at 6:40 again. And it is Garrett Cole, who has a 4.01 ERA, versus Shane McClanahan, who has a 3.05. Now, McClanahan is a lefty, so we'll probably see. I'd be shocked if we didn't see Rosario in the lineup again, and Ali Sanchez, and Goldschmidt. But McClanahan has been good this year. He hasn't been injured, and he's been good. So we have to attack him early. Because you know who you got the last game? Is Drew Rasmussen, however you say his last name. And he dominates us every single time. So you want to get out of tomorrow's game with a win. Now, Garrett Cole has been on and off, and it's expected. You can't expect him to beat old Garrett Cole, 2019 Cole, coming off of Tommy John. He's giving you good starts. He's giving you bad starts. Hopefully tomorrow's a good start, and he kind of gets rolling with good starts and starts building him up one after another. But I'm not going to put too much pressure on Cole because he's coming back from Tommy John, and the offense just needs to step up. Because if they do their thing, then Garrett Cole could give up 3 runs. But I wouldn't want any more. So hopefully he has his control. His fastball is working. His off speed's working. The defense is good. Hopefully we see Cabby in there at shortstop again. I don't know if we will because he went 0 for 4 tonight. And it seems like if one night he does bad, then Aaron Boone just puts in Volpe the next day. It seems like Cabby has to play good every single game to stay in the lineup. So I hope he's still there tomorrow because we need the defense. But if Volpe's there, then you just got to pray. And he probably will be at shortstop because Garrett Cole's pitching. And I said this in last night's live. Every time Cole's pitching, Volpe's at short and he always makes an error. And I feel like Cole always gets annoyed. And you see it on his face. But let's hope that's not the case tomorrow. Series is tied 1-1. Hopefully, the Yankees win. That's all I got for tonight and going on to tomorrow. And that's it for your host, Lorenzo Scarabino. I will be live tomorrow night as well. It may be a little later. I do have work. But with that being said, I will be signing off. And as always, let's go Yankees.